Hello everyone, so basically I have not recorded a video for a long time. I'd say it's been like a whole entire week now. There's a lot behind that, but I don't want to go in my whole personal life with everybody. It's been kind of crazy, it's been kind of wild, okay? I'm going to be posting a lot more on my Twitter, a lot more on my Minds account, so I think that you should be more updated. I'm sorry for Gab, but like, I'm still going to be on there. I'm just not on there as much. Honestly, I really do prefer Minds a lot more for my all-tech platform when I'm sending out messages and everything like that. For BitChute, I prefer that for videos, so, I kind of have my favorites right now. I'm not gonna hide anything. I'm just gonna say what it is and what I like. But, really, I want to talk about a lot of stuff much deeper right now. What I wanted to talk about, basically, is the dangers of being materialistic. And I know it kind of sounds like a basic topic, but I think it's something that really needs to be talked about right now. If you could even name someone that's talked about this subject, that's talked about materialism in, like, I'd say the last whole entire year, please tell me below in the comments. It would literally be about like 10 people or something, because no one cares. No one cares about materialism, or even the factor that people care about objects a lot more than they really care about people, than they care about, anything that's going on in our country. They care about stuff that they can buy, and the next, phone they can get, or the next, car that they can get, so on and so on. But yeah, we're going to the depths of materialism. So this is where you go into, the whole entire factor where you have the realization that people, they do not care about anything except for like objects, and, how to use people to get what they want in life, how to get other objects really that they want in life, because they have the obsession with that. Okay, so I know it's kind of ridiculous to even mention this, but there's something called a kleptomaniac. So kleptomaniac, they steal, and it's not because they steal because they even have to. They just do it for like an addiction, stuff like that. So you would assume that it would be kind of like, not the same thing, but kind of similar. Why people actually always want to continuously advance, even if they're on a good state, if they're at like a good point in their life, they want to just continuously go more and more and more and do better than they can. Some people are like that. They call them workaholics and whatnot, but I think it's because they have on their blood. They're ready to do that. But most importantly, I think that we should be talking about the dangers of, when you're being materialistic. Now, the whole entire reason why you want to talk about the dangers of when you're being materialistic is because I think that a lot of people don't realize that even if you do like items, and some people are really into fashion, okay? So I've had a lot of people in my life that are friends that are really into fashion. They collect magazines, they collect, different fashion wear, different shoes, different clothes, and different items. And it's kind of almost like somebody that would literally collect different figurines or something like that from comic books and different movies like that, right? To do with superheroes and stuff like that, okay? So basically, they do that, but they do that in a sense where, it's totally revolving around the clothes that they wear, the clothes that they put on, the wallets that they might have, and like their bags and everything like that. So it's going with fashion, okay? Fashion. Now, how is that different? How is that different from what I'm talking about? Well, because they have a lot that they have to deal with. Therefore, that's kind of why I feel like a lot of people do become materialistic. They think that, oh, I have a lot to deal with now that I know all these little different companies. I have to get this fitted, or I have to, do this with this clothes. And then they just kind of get in over their head too. That's one thing that I've noticed. But, otherwise, why is it dangerous? It's because, okay, if you can't enjoy the free things in life, if you can't enjoy the simple things in life, that's what I would call, okay, I would call it the simple things in life. That's what you have. You have, what would you say? Going maybe kayaking, that kind of costs money, so that doesn't really count. Hiking, okay, hiking is a perfect example. Hiking does not cost money, usually does not cost money. It might depend where you're going. If you're going to somewhere very, very rare and it's like a tourist attraction, you possibly could have to pay money. Yeah, of course. There's a lot of different things like that, or with a discovery pass or whatnot, sometimes you have to buy different passes to be able to hike different trails. But the majority of hikes if you think about it, probably in the United States are for free. So you can go hiking whenever you want. That's a simple thing in life. That's a very good example. And that's something, it's not materialistic. When you go into nature, when you go into the woods, or you go by a nice little creek, or maybe you're by the beach, you go by the beach, and you're just going off of the beach and you're looking out towards the water and the waves by the ocean. What a nice feeling that is, right? Especially during sunset or sunrise. Pretty nice, okay? So there's a lot of different free things in life that does not have a price on it. That's what I'm trying to say. So another example would be art. Some people literally do not sell their art. They give it away. Other people, you could have the same painting literally in the room, and then one person, I mean literally not the same painting, but like, kind of identical paintings, right? Painted by two different people. Picture one painter, picture another painter, picture two different artists in the room, right? And I'm just making up the scenario, but think about that, okay? You have two different artists in the room, then they're painting, and all of a sudden, you have one artist that they kind of make the same thing as the other artist, but then one artist wants to give it away to somebody in the public, and the other artist wants to say, hey, now, I am not going to give away my art. I'm going to charge this for $10,000. This is beautiful. Like they're literally some very strategic artist or whatever in our modern day society, and they're very well known and everything like that, right? Under the sun. So they're very good. And, you have the situation where you have two different artists, but, that kind of tells you, like, art doesn't have a value. Art doesn't really have, like, a price on it unless someone wants to set it that way. So that kind of goes in the real world. You could be materialistic, but also at the same time, you can decide to, like different objects, like different things, live a normal life and not have to care about every little, new phone, every little new car, every little new thing, and be obsessive about that. I mean, it's really ridiculous. It'll drain you. It'll make your life not very fun, I would say, because then you can't enjoy the simple things in life. There's like a pretty popular saying that people say where, okay, they're talking about when you're old, do you want to have good memories of all the stuff that you've done in the past? Whether, you planted a tree and you got paid for that, or your job that you've had, or, maybe you had kids and then grandkids, or you have like a spectacular garden, your literature, so on and so on, your intelligence studies. We can literally talk about this all day. There's a lot of different achievements that humans have had. But, like, basically, you're talking about, somebody when they're old having a bunch of different achievements in their life and a bunch of goals that have been completed. And, that's a good thing. I'm not saying that you have to complete every little thing that you want to do in life, because nobody can do whatever they want, right? But basically, like, a lot of people, they want to achieve these goals that they have. You people that want to achieve goals like that, that's a good thing. But what I think that goals are where people just want to have Ferraris and have like a mansion and live their life and play other people and like, there's all these little, dirty little tricks in life that I don't like. I think that it's literally the devil's work. But people, they want to live these lives where they're very materialistic. They only care about their car. They only care about, certain things like that. We could talk about all kinds of different things that are materialistic, but you know what I mean. They stick in that bubble where they're very, very into items. They're very, very into different products and, new stuff, very fancy things, maybe even champagne. I don't know. I'm just going to say that they're into all that kind of stuff, right? So basically, you have that person. Well, okay, what accomplishment do you really have by the time that you're like 90 or something, or 80 or whatever, time that you live? You have, what, Ferrari? You want to someday be in your Ferrari, dying, have nobody around you, no accomplishments that you've actually done in life to help out people. And if you've done bad too, on top of all of that, it's not a good feeling because you know where that leads. But more on the dangers of actually being materialistic, what it'll do, it'll strip away your whole livelihood of how you interact with people, how you interact with the public, because then you see everything as objects, I feel like, and like you care more about, objects than people. That's kind of a problem, at least, wouldn't you say? So I think that it's not wrong if you actually like necessarily do end up caring about all that kind of stuff and you really are materialistic and you can't help yourself or something right now. It's not that bad, I would say. Try to change a little bit to the point where like at least you can respect people. I'm not saying that everybody that is materialistic is a bad person. That's what I'm trying to get through. It's just that I don't think that it's very healthy on a lot of different levels. When you do have materialism in your life, it's just not the best thing. It's not. If you want to be materialistic, if you want to have materialistic people that only care about the newest item that they can get, the newest object, like, that's lifeless. Literally, to me, it's lifeless. It's not a way to live in any way or form. That's just me. That's my own personal opinion. You're a different person than me. So, like, we have our own opinions. So I'm just giving my opinion out. That's what I do. I commentate. I give my opinion out. So there you have it. That's my real opinion of how I actually feel. And that's just how, I can't change that. I'm going to have another video coming very shortly. I said that last week where I was like, yeah, I'll have a video coming very shortly. And then it ended up being a week. And I'm pissed for a week. I am back right now. And, I have everything under control with my schedule a lot better. So, yeah, I'm going to be back on my normal little schedule and have more videos coming soon. So, also, and you want to, support this channel, you can go to my PayPal, you can go to my Subscribe Star. It's at Living Capone, and I'll check you next time.